I got no bark. I went back there. I gotta bring it here and soak it tonight or tomorrow.
How long do you let it soak for?
Just overnight. I got a nice piece of bark in the back too. Machine, eh? She only likes this machine. Kind of small chopper, small diggerings. Portable in the bush. She's got a good idea, I think. Mine is shit, huh? Get used to something. At the end of a canoe, they got so many pieces of wood left around. It's amazing. I should save it all, because every time I make one, at the end I just physically burn everything. I should keep it. All those pegs, for example.
Yeah, save you from doing all this, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of part of the process. I'm taking a break making the peg, you know? Looking at the work while I'm... You got to be very critical of your work. I spent at least 5 hours just putting that on top today, the right height. I was happy with the line of it.
The top piece of bark there, where it's flush there?
No, the gunnel.
Oh, the gunnel.
It was over here this morning. It was on the side.
Okay.
So I had to move it to the building frame. It's encouraging to know I got those people coming sewing tomorrow. If I had to sew everything, I'd be a little bit like, oh my god, I'm here for a year. Whatever. So this little modernization like this will help. I used to do that all by hand in the woods. This does a better job.
So tell me about your first boat building experience. How did it float? And
Canoe?
yeah.
It was very tippy because I didn't know what the bottom of a canoe should look like. I did know, but I didn't understand. I learned it from the book basically, just visual, looking at pictures. I figured out learning. I learned to make snowshoes years ago from the Micmac people in Gaspé, and then people from here. So I knew about baling wood and understand the grain of the wood and all that stuff. But canoe, there was only book information. Didn't have anybody particular showing to me how to do it. So you learn with error and trial. It's a long process.
What's a good size of a canoe for a single person?
12-footer. Depends what you want to do. 16-footer. If you want to find stuff, you want to just go fast on the river. 13, 14 footers. Nice. I like it. It's light. You can lift it up like nothing.
So your second or third canoe, and you discovered that it was leaking and you had to do lots of repairs.
No, they all leak. All Birch canoes leak.
And it's always kind of an upgrade to
But they
take...
don't sink. It's okay if they leak because they don't sink.
Yeah.
They're like cork. There's always a little bit of water that gets into a seam somewhere, but that's okay. They used to carry sponge with them, sponge the bottom, especially those big freighter. And the Voyager used to brag about losing the toenail after a trip. Toenail were wet for so long through the voyage. Most of them would lose all the toenail. And that was a sign of being a tough. Voyager is kind of ridiculous, but still it was. Yeah, you know, they would hit the rock or something and it would start leaking. They'll keep it leaking until and bail it, and at night when they make camp, they fix it. But when they're first done, they usually don't leak. They're really fragile craft. You're not even supposed to land on shore with them. People don't realize that. They used to get out of the canoe in the water, right to the waist, and load the canoe in the water, and then take it out of the water and portage it. They're really fragile craft. But in the water, they're incredibly solid because they become very flexible. We had one with 15 people in them. And we must have had close to a ton of supply. And we hit the rapid pretty strong, coming down the whole rapid, and it filled the canoe right to the edge with water. It was shallow water though. We hit some shallow water right after that, so we were able to get out and bail it. But the canoe was just like a big carrot that was alive. It was just soft everywhere. There was no way you can break it. They're meant to be in the water. Outside the water, they're just a really brittle thing. So that's why if this guy ever goes to the airport, he goes there to stay. Follow me. Well, actually, no. I think she got some bark in the back. Yeah. Who did I forget about that bark I had here?